you've been working 6 years with PHP, right?
More. I would say, let's say like 11 years.
11 years.
11 years. 6 years at a desk.
Yeah.
You know, in an office in a formal setting.
Right.
And then let's say like 4 to 5 years, either personal projects or freelance development. And you know, of those 4 to 5 years, the majority of it was actually working for a freelancer that kept giving me contracts for some reason over and over. It was a conglomerate in the Middle East.
Wow.
And they just needed some help in PHP, so I refined my development through them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you learn PHP on your own, or you got it at school?
Yeah, so on my own. I went to school, but I don't like to credit school with anything.
No.
So I think formal education is cool, but formal education can't take any credit for, I think, my successes. So PHP 4, I learned PHP 4 on my own when I was maybe, I think, 12 or 13.
Right.
My brother bought this book. I don't know if you've ever seen this book. It's called like Sam's Teach Yourself PHP in 24 hours.
Probably. We had a big shelf in the past year.
It's totally a lie. It doesn't take 24 hours. It's more like, 3 months. But that was like the first programming book I ever read, and then I realized like I got to start doing this. So yeah, I found this book and I picked it up, and I've been doing PHP
You know, it's funny you mentioned the school, because I was talking with Kyle this week actually about school, and if you need to go at school and spend years there to learn programming, and I'm like, man, I believe that in the next decade or two, like, school will decline and more people will learn on their own. Like, personally, I've been a sysadmin and I never went to school for that. Actually, it's the opposite. I was at the university and I was writing like tutorial and the course notes for the teacher, because he didn't know how to set up SendMail and how to set up those crap, you know. Yeah. And I've learned so much just by doing it on my own. But I was curious. I wanted to learn. I wanted to just like, I would get on the computer and I would do like 24 hours in a row just figuring out my problem, because that's what I like. I was very passionate about troubleshooting.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't believe that someone that wants to become a programmer or a developer and go learn at school but never do anything at home on his own time, that is gonna, or she's gonna be good. I
agree 100%.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, when you're interviewing developers, I've done probably, I'm sure you've done it as well. You run, Simply PHP. When you're interviewing developers, you can tell the profiles right away based on conversation. Like, are you somebody who's studying this on your own? Are you somebody who learned purely academics? Or are you a mix of both? And it's the purely academics that I like straight up avoid hiring them, because what ends up happening is that passion that got them into learning programming is missing, and that same passion is what's needed to get into most problem solving.
For most cases, for most cases, the reason for them to go at school to learn this is a career path. It's just nothing else than that.
Yeah,
seems interesting, but
interesting fact actually about two of my last workplaces is we didn't even consider school when we were looking for developers. If you put school on your resume, it was indifferent for us. And if you brought it up in your resume, if you brought it up in your interview, you'd be like, it's cool, we get it, but like, we're not interested in that, So I think that was really cool too. It was also maybe, I don't know if progressive is the right word, but it was pretty cool of the companies to just overlook that and think more about like, what have you done on your own? Like, not what does this piece of paper say, but like, prove to me that you think you're worth your title. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.